Hello. In this video, we'll discuss the cue card, describe something that you've shared with others. So without further ado, let's get started. So like I mentioned, the cue card is describe something that you've shared with others. So let's get started. This is how I would introduce this answer. Well, the topic I will talk about is something that holds great significance to me. A volunteering experience I had during my college years. It was an opportunity to share my time and skills with others, and it left a lasting impact on both the people I worked with and myself. Okay, you see something interesting that I did here? Although, the introduction says I'd like to talk about something that holds great significance to me, but it's basically the same thing as what's, and describe something that you have shared with others. When you're sharing something with others, it's something that's important to you and you share it with them. And that's the whole point of it. And here I said something of great significance to me. So this is something that's important to me and this is something I shared with others. And that was my volunteering experience. So what did I share with others? I shared my time, my skills, and it left a lasting impact on both the people I worked with and myself. And that's what it did for us, right? That's the introduction that I would use for this. Now let's get started. Firstly, the volunteering experience allowed me to share my knowledge and passion for teaching with underprivileged children. I joined a local organization that provided free education to children from disadvantaged backgrounds. As a volunteer, I conducted interactive lessons, assisted with homework, and organized educational activities. I vividly remember a particular instance when I shared my love for storytelling with the children. We gathered around and I animatedly narrated a captivating tale that sparked their imagination. Witnessing their enthusiasm and seeing the joy on their faces brought me immense fulfillment. Okay, my first point that I made is that the volunteer experience allowed me to share my knowledge and passion for teaching with underprivileged children. Now this word, you might want to keep this handy if you ever have to speak about, someone who comes from a disadvantaged background. Same thing, underprivileged, right? And that's what I used here as well, disadvantaged backgrounds. And of course, as a volunteer, this is a great way to basically start the point or giving more information on this. So, I gave the main point, then I went into the example of what the main point is. So remember, look at this. I vividly remember a particular instance. You can use this phrase with just about any cue card in your answer when you have to look back at something, right? Use this line. It's great and it'll get you some really good bands up there, right? So go with it. So look at this other word here. Animatedly narrated a captivating tale. Now the word animatedly, it means with a lot of expression, with a lot of enthusiasm, right? So that's a good word to have in your back pocket. Use it. Now let's move forward. Moreover, the experience taught me the importance of empathy and understanding. I had the opportunity to share moments of laughter, friendship, and compassion with the children, gaining insights into their lives and challenges. By building meaningful connections, I realized the power of human connection and the positive impact it can have on individuals. Okay, now the second point. I use the connector moreover for that. That's how I said in my second point, right? And then look at the words empathy and understanding. This is something, when you're volunteering and you're connecting with people, this is I don't know if you've felt it before, but it's a great emotion. And of course, talking about it will really add a human touch to your answers. So, empathy and understanding, keep that, remember that. Use that in your answers if you can, if you have that angle. And finally, look at the word, I realize the power of human connection. Now, the power of human connection is just basically saying, getting, heart to heart with someone. That is what human connection is all about, right? We all know it. We all felt it. So that's that. Now let's move forward. Additionally, I shared my volunteering journey with fellow students and friends, inspiring them to engage in similar initiatives. By sharing my experiences through presentations and discussions, I encourage others to step forward and make a difference in their own communities. It was gratifying to see the ripple effect as more individuals became motivated to join volunteering efforts, fostering a collective spirit of giving back. Okay, connector that I used for the next point is additionally, right? That's what I used for making the next point. And look at, this vocabulary here. It was gratifying. Now that is a great word to use. Look it up, Google it, and start using it in your answers. And look at this sentence here. It was gratifying to see the ripple effect as more individuals became motivated. Now, what is a ripple effect? So, have you ever seen a lake and you drop, maybe a rocket or a stone in it, and there are like ripples on it? That's basically what it is. Like when I went for that volunteering, it made other people do the same thing. So it was kind of like, like an effect on others as well. So it's a ripple effect. Use that in your answers. It's a great way to give an example of something. Let's go forward. Conclusion. To conclude, my volunteering experience was a significant opportunity to share my time, knowledge, and compassion with others. Through teaching, connecting, and inspiring, I was able to contribute positively to the lives of underprivileged children and motivate others to get involved. This experience reaffirmed my belief in the transformative power of sharing, and it continues to inspire me to seek further opportunities to make a difference in the lives of those around me. So, this is the conclusion. I basically summed up the entire answer in this paragraph here. I hit on all the 3 points that I spoke about earlier, and I gave a little bit of my reflection on what it made me feel like, right? And of course, when we look at the vocabulary, look at this transformative power. So transformative is when, something that can transform others. So that's good. And reaffirmed. This is a good word to use. Basically, reaffirmed is getting a reconfirmation on something. That's what reaffirmed means. And, that's the conclusion. So there you go. It's as simple as that. Use this answer for, if this cue card ever comes in your exam, you're good to go. You have the entire answer. If you don't want to use this, you want to use your own experiences, use the framework. Use these words, use the vocabulary. It'll help you out. So yeah, and if you have any friends who might be struggling with this, share it with them. Let them learn as well. And hey, you know what? Subscribe. We'll be sharing more information like this moving forward. I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck with your exam. I'll see you in the next video.